Yo, what's good game world? Welcome to another urban gameplay video, and it's that time of the month where we definitely count down the hottest games from the previous month, and this time we're looking at the hottest 5 games that got released in July 2015. You guys should be familiar with the score. Obviously these are 5 games that I've actually played, so if you guys have played a hotter game in July 2015 that you feel should be on the list, definitely pop that in the comments list below, and I'll definitely check out the game and let you guys know what I think. July 2015 seemed to be a decent month for some of the hottest games that's dropped on some of our consoles, so if you guys want to know what games to buy and you're not too familiar, definitely make sure you watch this video, because some of these games are really worth picking up if you've got the time to play. There are a couple of controversial games that I've pointed out this month, but they're still worth playing if you've got the time, as I said before. But anyway guys, let's get through to it and let's review what I consider the hottest 5 games that got released in July 2015. Taking position number 5 is Batman Arkham Knight Batgirl A Matter of Family DLC. Okay peeps, obviously this is a DLC and not really a full game, but it's definitely still worth a mention. I don't want to stunt and tell you guys that this is the greatest DLC that I've ever played, because it's definitely not. It's really short and there are a few flaws in this, and I did expect more from the first big DLC to drop for Batman Arkham Knight. This game actually never nearly made the list because I felt that there was more negatives than positives that I could point out, but in saying that, I was actually quite a fan of the way the fight mechanics work. A Matter of Family actually puts a few decent spins on the traditional way that Arkham Knight actually works, such as you can bomb with ticking timers and the ability to knock out the lights to blind armed goons. I thought that was really well executed. I feel that the Joker story is told really well and the theme park setting is amazing, and as I said before, the variations on how the fight mechanics work is really cool, but as I said before, regarding the length of the game, it really let me down a little bit because it is really short and I feel that there's no replay value attached to this game. If you've got the season pass, then obviously it's worth trying out this game, and I feel you might enjoy it if you're going with it with less expectations than I did. Taking position number 4 is Game of Thrones Episode 5. For those who are familiar with Telltales, you will know that they create some of the hottest episodic games around town. While Game of Thrones Episode 5 might not be the best Telltale games that I've ever played, it's still a great addition to the Game of Thrones series, and the game I feel is definitely starting to grow on me as the episodes start to increase. Episode 5 begins right where Episode 4 left off, so if you're not familiar with the games, I don't really want to spoil the whole entire series for you, but it's a great way to continue the story and the suspense. There are some extremely cool choices to make throughout the game, and there's definitely a game-changing ending, but as I said before, I don't want to ruin it for you if you've not played the game before. There's still quite a few flaws in this game which makes it far from perfect, but it's still worth a shot if you guys are actually into these type of games. Taking position number 3 is God of War 3 Remastered. Now you guys know how I feel about all these remastered games that are getting released under 5 years of its original release. This game was released back in March 16, 2010, and they've already got a remastered version of the game. But I must confess that it's definitely a great game, and they've really done this game real justice. There's only a few games that I can really say that with regarding the remastered games, and this is definitely one of them. As a franchise, I always take my hat off to God of War. It's a phenomenal game, and this is one of those games that I'm enjoying on my PS4 at the moment. So if you guys have got a PS4 and you never had a chance of playing God of War 3 back on the PS3, this is definitely worth picking up. The graphic update is phenomenal, the combat system is superb, and there's definitely an impressive scale. The story's not all that, and obviously sometimes the fixed camera angles really annoy you, but all in all, this is still a phenomenal game. Yo, taking position number 2 is Rocket League. Yo, when this game first appeared, I didn't pay it much attention, and then I saw everyone in my PlayStation friend list playing this game, and then I saw it free on the PSN, and I thought, you know what, let me give this game a shot. And after I downloaded this game and played it for the first time, I was blown away how great this game actually is. This game nearly made the number 1 position, but definitely just missed out slightly. Rocket League is a phenomenal game. As I said before in one of my previous videos, it reminds me of the good old Street Racer back on the Super Nintendo, where you play football on the pitch, you using vehicles. From time to time it gets difficult, but once you get used to it, it's phenomenal. The 1-on-1 is cool, the 2 versus 2 is cool, and the 4 versus 4 is just mental. This game is one of the games that I'm definitely going to be bumping throughout the year, and with all the scheduled DLCs that the developers are starting to put out, this game definitely got longevity. If you guys have not played this game, this is definitely one game worth playing if you're into these type of games, I suppose. But anyway, Rocket League, I'm really happy with how this game panned out. It's definitely got a high percentage of people that's downloaded this game due to it being free on the PSN for all the PlayStation Plus members. This is definitely one of those games that highlighted the month of July 2015 for me. Yo, taking position number 1 is Journey on the PS4. I ain't gonna lie, the number 1 position I was debating between Journey on the PS4 or Rocket League on the PS4, and this game just stole it just by a whisker. This is definitely a phenomenal game, and the fact that it was originally released in March 13, 2012 nearly shadowed me even pull it on the list, because you guys know how I feel about remastered games, but this game is phenomenal. Some people have dubbed this as the best game that they've ever played. My personal opinion is still early days, because I never actually got an opportunity to play the PS3 version. One thing I must say, the graphics are phenomenal, and trust me when I say the soundtrack of this game is out of this world. The game mechanics is fairly straightforward, and that's something I personally adore as a gamer, because I hate having to learn so many controls just to pull off one task. It allows you to get really engaged in the game, and believe me when I say there are some really iconic moments that will definitely stay with you for years to come. This is a phenomenal game, and certainly worth playing if you own a PS4. Even though I didn't get an opportunity to play the 2012 classic, I'm blown away by how the 1080p and 60 frames per second look for this game. This game might not look as great in the video in the background, but trust me, this is one of the most cool adventures that I've played of the year so far. The story is phenomenal, and trust me, when I said before that Game of Thrones episode 5 ending was cool, this takes it to a whole nother level. This is definitely a must-play game for all gamers across the board. Anyway, peeps, thanks for taking the time out to watch my top 5 games of July 2015. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit that like button, and if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, definitely make sure you subscribe for more cool urban gameplay content coming your way each and every week. Until next urban gameplay video, peace out, peeps.